Folks, okay, so I got two boxes today, one from Bolton Bits and one from Alisport. Is it Alisport? Alisport. Alisport. Bolton Bits. Let's see what's inside. It's been a long time. The Alisport one is about 5 weeks since they shipped it. Till the time it arrived, it was held up in customs apparently, and FedEx sent me a $30 bill for the customs charges. I paid that, and it showed up a week later. The Bolton Bits part took about 5 weeks for them to actually ship it. They were waiting on one wiring harness for this back door here, or this brand new Puma door. Alright, because what I'm doing is I bought the new window glass, which is in here from Rover's North, so that it has the third brake light option and that the wiring is all inside the glass, and I just have to connect it right here. But then I had to get the new wiring harness that has the provision for not only the third brake light, which this one has as well right here, but for the power door locks. So as you can see here, this piece here takes a little rod that comes out and connects to a little kind of triangular piece, and then goes across and connects to the actuator that gets bolted right over there. So I bought a cheap one of these that was only 30 bucks, so I can remove the rod that comes out of it and connect it to this genuine one that's here. And then the other one will basically be just like this one, available for sale shortly on a forum near you. So let's see what we have here. Okay, now this is the stuff from Alisport. I plan to get their variable vane turbo, the hybrid turbo, and the radiator and the intercooler full-size stuff. So I'm just testing out their hoses and stuff first. Lots of good padding, lots of good packaging. Make sure there's nothing in there. Cool, fancy hoses. All right. Defender 300 TDI top boost hose, the lower ones, and the left-hand drive early coolant version. Now I asked for these specifically so that I'd be able to use it as well when I got their radiator, full-size radiator and full-size intercooler, and they said that it would work. So there's all that. Now I'm going to have to give my engine quite a good cleaning before putting that in. This is an intake hose. Alright. Then I got some hose bands, stickers. Ooh. Alright. Power steering reservoir. Nice aluminum, anything to disperse heat. Nicely powder coated, it seems. Very nice. This is Allisport.com on the top, and it has a breather. This is awesome. So when it gets pressurized, it doesn't just leak out the side. It has a place to go out. Right. I could have gotten the one that had threaded barbs here at the end, threaded nipples, but I don't want to have to custom make the brand new power steering hoses that I have now. So this is pretty cool. This will be nice. I am going to modify the bracket so it sits a little closer to the fender. I just have to make sure that it's not going to interfere with the hood closing. But that's really nice. Seems to be very nicely made. This one, this is a little oil breather. It's just a solid one piece, huh? Just I guess it's like an oil catch can that you can't open. That's pretty weird. I guess you can just, it's easy to clean out because it's just aluminum on the inside, huh? Has the O-ring right there. There is a cool modification that British Restorations, that Mike over at British Restorations is doing on his YouTube channel, where he's putting a baffle on the inside of the rocker cover so that oil from one of the rockers doesn't just go directly into this hole and end up leaking out and helping to smoke your engine. So I'm gonna see how that turns out and maybe do that. I chose these in black because I don't need any more bling in the engine. I just want the engine to work properly. I don't need it to be a show car. So that's why I got this one powder coated in black or anodized, and I think this one's powder coated. Cool, so that's the stuff from Alisport. I'll clean out the engine real well, and just make sure all these pieces go on a nice clean engine and change anything that has to be changed out beforehand. So let's check what came in the Bolton Bits box. Bolton Bits. Alright, let's see. Alright. I guess they tape it all up so nothing can happen to it, which is good. But man, this took a long time to get here. This was all these little bits and pieces that I need in order to finish up the power door locks on my front doors and the rear door. So expensive for such a small box. It was like 800 bucks. All right, let's see. What is this? Does it say? Does it have a sticker? It does not. So it'll be just as much a surprise to me as it might be to you. Ah. So from this piece, this is the aftermarket one, all I needed is this. And I'm seeing that it's not even part of this piece. So I'll have to figure out how this goes in there and stays. That's the most important part, making it stay in there. So I'll have to figure that out. But the cool thing is that I'll be able to sell this piece out unopened. Brand new. Cool. And some people might like the holes, you know, on the handle, on the outside. Damn, that's pretty cool. Looks fancy, very Laura Croft. So I'm gonna put this in here. I don't want to forget that. I'll have to tape that up so that's not the piece that falls out and gets lost. Alright. Okay. Seat belt upper bracket. This would be right hand side. That gets bolted in there. Roof gets bolted through here. The same bolts, and then now I have a nice secure place for my rear seatbelt that are going to keep my kids safe. Here's the connecting rod that goes diagonally here on the door. Here's the other bracket from the other side. Now, are these genuine? Yep, they are genuine. Nice. I paid for them like genuine. Huh, interesting. This one does not have a sticker. This one's clean though. Let's see, what does it have? It does have the Land Rover stamping on it. Here it is. Cool. So I have those two. This is the one for the back door, I believe. Does it have anything extra? I have pretty much a very similar thing with a 6 connector plug that only has 5 connectors in it. This one is also a 6 connector plug that only has 5 connectors in it, but it has this other plug here, and these two are for either the third brake light. Oh no, actually no, this is not for the third brake light. These two are for the door locks. So, oh, and it even has the metal bracket. Oh, that's awesome. So I can just take this one off. Oh, so this piece will be a real nice piece, a real nice find for someone that needs that. And this will just go right onto the door. I guess this is the one for the door locks, for the connector right on the bottom of the actuator. Let's see, this is for the wiper. This little one, I don't know what this one's for. Let's see. This will be for one side of the defrost. This is for the other side of the defrost. This white one is for the third brake light. This must be for the power door locks. I'm not sure. Something like that. Good thing is that it's the right part number. Let's see, this is the Defender tailgate from 011 manual. It's a model year. It's manual test. Not sure what that means. But it does have the other connector, which is what I needed for the actuator. All right. Let's see. Oh, cool. There's 2 little pieces that go from the door to the bulkhead. I guess they go kind of like that. An actuator. Fun. Which one is this one? Oh, and it has the collar here. Cool. One thing I haven't been able to find easily is the bolts that this uses. I need to find that. Another actuator. Are these exactly the same? No, it's a little different. Different connector. Different connector. And a third actuator. Okay, let's see. I know one of the connectors is because it's the master one. Like when you lock that door, all the other ones lock. So these two are the same. So I believe that this is the rear door, this is the passenger door, and this would be the driver door. From what I can tell now, there's no markings on this. I sure hope these are real. Maybe there aren't any markings on the real ones. Now let me compare the connector. So I'm going to see which is the connector on this new harness for the rear door that goes to these locks. I'm thinking that it's this one. This one right here. Which would it be for these? Or would it be for this one? Nope. Yep. How do you take that off? There you go. You just push it. You just push the forward part of it down. Cool. Goes in. Comes off. Okay, so this is one of the ones for the rear door. So rear door, passenger door, main door. This would be left-hand drive if it's in the left-hand drive countries, and right-hand drive if it's in the right-hand drive countries. Cool. Alright, so this is the harness for here. And these are for the door. What else? What else? Ah, yes. This plate is what holds the motor over here underneath the wiper motor. What else? Oh, that's interesting. These are the two cams of sort. This is not the original part. This is a knockoff part for this part up here that'll swivel when the actuator pulls back or pushes forward, and it moves the lock up or down. Either up or down. Interesting. But they sent me a knockoff. They did not send me the actual part. And I guess you really gotta say the words genuine, right? Because I really only saved like $30 US by ordering all this stuff and waiting 6 weeks from Bolton Bits than my actual dealer price. So, word to the wise, check with your dealer first. Alright, some drain plugs, some crush washers. Are they copper? This is something else I learned from the great Mike over at British Restorations. Check to see that these things are copper. Yeah, they're copper. They're copper. Okay, all the washers are copper and the bolts are metal. Good. Well, I'll check this against the manifest, and then I'll be able to start putting stuff together. Oh, you know what? Oh yeah, I'm missing two entire wire harnesses. What the?